everybody, and welcome. This is the June version of the Holocaust Project's Auschwitz initiative. And Elaine is here. She is the PL of both projects. And could you tell us a little bit, for those that might be watching that are new to this initiative, what is it?
Sure. So the Holocaust Project has been on WikiTree since about 2015. Then it was dormant for a while, and then I restarted it sort of last year, and we've gotten more members and more people busy working on all different areas of Europe. And then partly because of a conversation I got to have at the Salt Lake City Genealogy Conference, where we started an Auschwitz 2025 initiative where we are trying to get all about there are over 1 million people who died at Auschwitz. It is fairly easy to find about 500 to 600,000 of them online already. So we are trying to add them by next year. We'll see. We're trying, but we're almost at 10,000 people in that category, and it took about 7 years to get to 1,500, and we've done, whatever the math is, 9,000 or so.
Could you repeat that one more time?
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking out loud too at the same time. Well, it took about 5 years or so for the Holocaust Project to get to 1,500 people added to the Auschwitz-Birkenau category, and it's taken 2 months or so to get to add 8,000 more people. Obviously, my math isn't adding up, but anyway, point is we're making lots of progress. Who knows if we will do that by January 27, 2025. But it's gotten a lot of people interested, and all of us are learning something new every day. And I think that's really exciting.
I think so too. And the deadline is in January. And are we adding survivors and non-survivors?
Well, the goal for this is just the people who died. The about 600,000 people who we already have online internet decent sources for by then. And I just, partially because of the quote deadline of having this video today, I did some more outreach this week to try to get some more people who aren't on WikiTree already. Now that our project, we have 20 or so people who are busy in the project. Now that we have them, now that everybody's situated and more able to help new members, I felt more comfortable putting out the word to non-WikiTreeers so that because a little bit of training is required. Not a lot, but it takes a little while to get used to WikiTree, and it is how it is. Same with any other platform.
Since you mentioned that, we do have a short video to show you. And I noticed that Flo is in the audience today. Just want to give us a small shout out to him because the video that I'm going to show you is using BEE to put the source citations in the profiles on WikiTree. And I think you'll see when we show you the video, so many different nationalities. Everybody thinks that maybe it was just the Poles or the Germans but I was, amazed to learn that they even transported Italians to Auschwitz. So it's quite interesting that if you're already in a particular country project, chances are you probably know of regions that they did transport Jewish members of your country there. So let me go ahead and
Europe, yeah.
It's just kind of amazing. And also when Elaine started this, I myself started educating myself a little bit more on it, and just learning that there was a ship that left Europe to go to Cuba and then was turned around and denied. And then those members got dispersed between England and Belgium, and I think 2 other countries as we're talking about it. So even though they might start and be Italians and born Italians, they might have tried to travel. And I think one of your favorite source repositories, let me see if I say this correctly, is the Jude's.
Oh yeah, 𝐻𝐤𝐤𝐿 Monument. Yeah. It's the Netherlands online portal. And they've collected almost all names and a lot of family connections, which is great. for Dutch Jews and recent Dutch immigrants who were killed. And yeah, I think I did. I mentioned the numbers last time.
And keep that in mind, though, what Elaine just said about family as well. So let me start the video, and then we'll catch you guys on the other side. Okay, and I think this is interesting a good time to talk about locations and stickers and categories. And this is all on the page that's linked down below in the description too, but I think it's handy to have you kind of tell us what is best practice.
Sure. The main thing that you'll want to put on is the Auschwitz-Birkenau category. If you're adding a victim, then the victim. Otherwise, you can use survivors if you know they were at the camp but then lived. And ideally, you'd put the Holocaust sticker on there. But in order, and Jewish roots and a location, but like the bare minimum we need kind of in order to track the profiles is just that one category. But yeah, we have several examples written on there, several by Sven, which are real examples of really nice biographies on the profiles. And then I put some of my more simple or simplistic ones on there with just like names and dates. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so just that one Auschwitz-Birkenau category is the most important one. And then we also have, I think about 80 other camp categories right now. So for whether people died there or were in prison there. Sorry about the cars and stuff. Yeah, and if you're comfortable making new categories, please feel free to make new ones. There are about it's estimated there are about 40,000 different locations that Jews and others were imprisoned. I think the most we'd ever end up putting on WikiTree is probably like 15,000, just based on how many people were there. In any case, if you're comfortable in making categories, just go look at it. Go look at the category setup and just copy the same format. Oh yeah, Sven just did this one. He said he wasn't done yet. This is really good. And I guess the link isn't on there. Did I send you the link? It's so neat. He found a fairly close relative of this person wrote a multi-page report on her family. and included a lot of photos of the family. And this woman's father was painted by Felix Nussbaum, who was a famous German painter who was killed at Auschwitz. Sven also worked on his profile a lot a couple months back. So it's just interesting to see those connections because they're from the same town, Osnabrück. That's I'm saying that wrong, I'm sure. Was that it? No, that's okay.
No, I think it's a PDF.
Yeah, it was on the go to your second thing, your second tab on your computer, the Auschwitz 2025 Q&A. No, on the second from right. Oh yeah, the June 27th Q&A. Yeah, go to that staff.washington.edu. Yeah, it's just really cool. I've only read the first couple bits of it. But this woman is a descendant of this family and wrote everything she knew about them. And the Felix Nussbaum painting is on the second or third page. It's inside the Osnabrück synagogue, which I was going to look up and see if it's still there. I haven't looked that up yet. Isn't that amazing? Be neat to see what the original is like.
And somebody had completely...
Yeah, so you just know where you'll find information once you start looking. So, okay, Axel, I see your note. I'll copy paste that profile to a note so that I don't. I'll look. Yeah, there's a lot of. Sometimes it's really hard to know, and you know. I love the pages of testimony on Yad Vashem because a lot of times relatives did know where their relative died. They heard it through the grapevine, but sometimes it's wrong. So we need more than one source to figure these things out. And sometimes we'll just never know. The 𝐩𝐚𝐬𝐿, someone told me how to say that, probably not saying it right still, Auschwitz death books, they recorded the administrators there recorded about 67,000 names and birth date, death date, some other pertinent information for Auschwitz victims. That was, I believe, years like 1941, 1942. So that's like 67,000 death certificates, which is really valuable. Anyway, so those we can be super sure that that's where they died.
And which repository do we use?
Oh, it's it should be on it's on the main Auschwitz page, WikiTree's page, and let me see what I called it. It's so all that data is available on several websites. It's available on the United States Holocaust Museum website. It's available on Yad Vashem. So kind of wherever you want to get the information. But also, that's the one thing that we've made a spreadsheet for. I know some people like working off of spreadsheets, like the 1880 U.S. Black Heritage Census Project. Like people like to have check marks and stuff. So anyway, that was the one thing we made a spreadsheet for, and it's on there somewhere. So yeah, if people want to work in a more methodical manner or whatever, and yeah,
also the templates.
Oh gosh, what?
The stickers, the templates are all here as well.
Yes, and the examples are on a separate page. Yeah, I could stand to edit that down a little bit, but could be worse.
I think the main thing to know, and for those of you that are watching live and those of you that are watching after the fact, that really truly the main thing to know is if you have zero knowledge in the history, the location, what happened, or how to search for somebody who maybe had died in Auschwitz, you know, it does not matter because Elaine is giving you the tools that the websites to go to, Elaine's giving you the websites to go to, and Flo's giving you the tools would be to use. And you'll be surprised how easy it is to help with this initiative. Elaine had mentioned very early on a great tagline of WikiTree about how important it is and what you can do. And Elaine, do you remember that tagline and what you said?
Oh, I think it's just, I copied straight what the front page of WikiTree says. Be a part of something big. we can, Yad Vashem has all the names of all the known Jews who died, but they're not connected to family. So WikiTree is the place that we can connect them to their family. And in Europe in this time period, it's pretty easy to do. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to do it all quickly, obviously, but there are privacy laws that prevent some. You can't find birth records and that kind of thing. But many of the countries did issue death records after the fact. So you'll even see death records. I've worked mostly in the Netherlands just because it's been easier for me, as everything is translated into English, like professionally translated. But anyway, oh yeah, a lot of the death certificates were issued in like 1950 or something. Because families give as much information as they can. And then the registrars say, all right, we have not seen them in 5 years. They must be dead. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So since everyone's in Europe in this time period, we can connect them. So instead of just having lists of names at all these different websites at WikiTree, we can have it connected. And everyone can work on it. It takes a little bit of learning, but it's not that hard. Oh, what did Aaron say? Oh, right. Yeah, that's I wish I knew more about how to connect all the folks there, but we're working on it. Yeah, Aaron and Sandy have both learned a whole lot about that location.
It's interesting too. I don't know why, but we actually went to the U.S. Holocaust Museum's website and they have lists. And for me, I thought that if I picked a list, then it would give me a project, like a mini project to go, as opposed to maybe just picking a ladder or something like that. So started the list and Aaron jumped right on board. We quickly learned that the entire list is all children. And that was, you know, as mamas, it's tough but worthy. Okay, would you like to show an example, Elaine, of how about the adding in from the Italian source repository?
Sure.
I'll drive and you talk.
Please.
So tell us what this
language I know.
Tell us what this place is. Tell us what we're looking at on screen, and then I'll trigger B.
Okay. Oh, I picked it because I thought you had worked more on Italy. I have not done a single one from here yet. But anyway, this is a very detailed website, yeah, which has everyone's birth date and birthplace and sometimes family relationships. So more so than some other places like the U.S. Holocaust Museum, depending on your record set, you might not get relationships or birth dates. Like it's going to be more estimates. So this one's really good to work from, and it works on B, so you can easily add them. And also, I don't know if you have well, once you learn a few basic words like convoy, it's pretty easy to read if you're an English or language speaker. But you can also use in-browser translator if you want to, although sometimes you'll get weird translations.
Well, let me kick it off and let me show everybody how easy it is. So I've got the record, and I will agree with Elaine. I really love working on the Italian database. I know zero Italian. I don't think pizza qualifies, maybe vino, but I know zero Italian and I can do this. So that means you guys can do it as well. So I'm going to click on B. My computer's a little cranky today. There we go. Now, a few options that I want to go over with you guys real quickly with this. So with B, you notice that there's an option for table, and then there's an option for the ref. The ref tag will give you the inline. I'm going to not select the ref tag because I've been just adding it towards the bottom. But this is the interesting part. So when Elaine was talking about you'll get used to some of the words on the profile, B has kind of already translated it into those fields. So again, this is my source up top in blue. I picked table. You don't have to, but I picked table because I love tables on WikiTree. And if you come down here and select check all, look what happens. it automatically will select all the options that you have in the fields. And again, because I like tables, I just like to give it a little bit of a border. So 2 and 2 is my cell padding, and the border means it's going to give me that line in between the cells. And I am going to click add unrelated person. And give me 1 second to bring that up. Ah, 1 second, guys. Little technical problem, but we're getting there. There we go. Okay, so this was Matilda, and it's all filled in. And the Elaine really taught me this, which I love. So let me come down here. I always forget where it is, Elaine. I'm looking for the language.
It's in the middle between the birth and the death location. I think it switches places if you have the browser extension on. Yeah, and I'd have to look. I don't know where Rodi is. Like, I don't know if that's in Italy. I would have to check. Yeah, sometimes you got to research before you add them in, or
Yeah.
We can assume there, I guess, and then check it later. That'll
and
be
then check it later. I don't think Pakistan for the Italian database.
I'll do that.
Then, you know, the death date, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't, right?
Yeah, if I don't, I'll usually put circa 1944 or sometimes before 1945. Either one's fine. Obviously, we all know the general time period, but putting a date is good because that definitely helps with making sure people don't create duplicates for some other random 𝐷𝐤𝐤. I don't know how to say that in Italy. So just before that date.
So if I put 1945 and just say estimated?
That's fine, yeah. Or before, either one.
Or before, okay.
I don't like rules. It's close enough. It all makes sense.
And then here's the source. It's all there for us. And you can kind of see there is all this coding, wiki code. I'm going to go ahead and create the profile. No matches, so I will create it. And let's take a look at it. And here it is. Now, I still need to do some things. I could have done it beforehand, but I always like to add some categories and stickers. Well, categories pretty much have to, but categories and stickers I like to add once I see the profile completed. Then I come back in and add them. And that's the table. If you do not like the table, then when we are at B, just don't click that little check mark that says table.
Yeah, I'll sometimes put one table in, like a Yad Vashem table, but I don't do like more than that because then it's really hard to read the whole thing. But it is kind of nice to see. Often I'll pick the table or the source that has the most information on it, and use that in the table, and then everything else a regular inline citation. And did it say? And for that one, for the time being, you can put Holocaust profile. Or what's it called? Family tree size 1, since there's only one person, unless you plan to add the other people soon, which presumably we could. Can we go back to the profile? Surely it has her parents. I just realized how young she is. Yeah. So
I would say this would be her father.
Yeah, that's what it says. Wait, it says Fratello Below. Yeah, I should need to.
And then let me just close down some things. There we go. Pull this over. I'm going to use B again. I'm going to go real quick on this one.
Yeah, and I want, wait, so it has, oh, never mind. Go ahead. You clicked on that. Okay.
It still has all my selections from before, but you notice some things are not selected. It's just because it's not picking up. It does not know the death date if the death date's not on the particular record. This is some, I could go and take the daughter's profile number and put it here, and probably should, but for some reason this is just me. I like creating an unrelated person because I like linking them. I like seeing them separate, and it's extra work, and you don't need to do that. That's just me, but that's the way I'm going to do it real quick. Otherwise, you would get that daughter's WikiTree ID, put it here, and just say add child. But for sake of doing this quickly, there we go. Let's see if I can add it. There we go. And again, and here's that link. I always seem to miss that. It's just that little text line. Because we know that they are Italian, I'm just going to pick Italian for the language. And we're going to take an assumption on this location.
And sometimes I use it. Well, now that I have the add to my places with the Auschwitz fill-in category, or not category, that the German project made for us, I don't have to, I used to have to switch back and forth between Dutch and German and all the stuff. But now that I have, like within the same profile, but now that, do you have it in my places?
I should.
Yeah.
And I do not, because I'm on a different computer today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, if you have places that you,
let me go back though and grab it. Where's it going to be, Elaine? It's going to be on this one.
Maybe Flo will tell us. I forgot again. Wait, what? Oh, the category. Yeah, that's the category. I was talking about a specific location, Auschwitz and Deutsch Reich. I can't say it. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, just pick any Auschwitz. We can fix it later, or go to a different, just any random
one. And I do want to point out, you do give us the categories as well. So let me go ahead and pick this category. And I'm going to show you something new that's really cool as well that you can use throughout WikiTree. Is if you come, let me pick the Auschwitz, so we will fix this. German locations.
Flo just posted the thing. Yeah. Just go down to Germany. No, go to Poland. I'm so sorry. It was because it said German location names. My poor brain.
And this list is also linked down below in the description. I want to say Sven did this list.
Sven and actually, I think like 3. You can see the most recent edits by Christine, and Flo did it, and Sven did it, and I asked them questions, and they're really nice about looking at borders and other things to figure this out. So that's
I like how this says this is the default for most of the cases. So I'm just going to copy this real quick.
Well, yeah, because it says the dates there, because at any time after 18 January 1941, that is the location. And the only difference is Oberschleißen, I can't say it. There's just one small difference between the 1941 and post the 42 and later location. It's very simple.
And I'm going to paste this in here now because I have B and I selected my places to be turned on in B. I'm going to show you what's a really quick thing to do, especially if you work in the same location a lot, or if you're working on projects such as this. I've got the correct death location, so I'm just going to do add to my places. And you'll see that popped up real quick, and it says you've got that added to your places. So next time I'll be able to come over here. I'm going to go ahead and create the profile. But one little thing I want to show you that most people probably, their eyes don't see, and they probably go past it. Let me come back over to Elaine's site. So, she put here, add the person to WikiTree and add at least one or more source, which we did. It would be nice to have more sources, but sometimes it's not possible. But if you can add one family member, which again we just did, but you need categories. And here's the category. I'm just going to select this real quick. And I'm going to come back over to the profile that I'm working on creating. Have not created it yet. This is a big thing because a lot of times we don't add categories until after it's created. But notice it says enter text here to select a category. you can start typing and it will come up as well. So there it is. I'm going to pick that.
Is that a B option, or is that the WikiTree browser extension?
That's a WBE. That's a WikiTree browser. And Flo, help me out. I think it's in the other category, all the way down the bottom, but I could be wrong about that.
I like the copy pasting I do, so I'll probably just keep doing the same thing.
And don't forget that you guys can also use your clipboard for information as well. So I can add that category here and just add clipping and then come to it when I need it as well. So you've got lots of different options. I don't have my normal clipboard, and it's really interesting to see the normal one because I have so many different categories.
Yeah. Now I'm interested about this particular person. We'll have to do more research because 9th of May, 1945. So that's the day after war in Europe was over, or the instrument of peace, instrument of whatever. So that tells me that might be a guess on the part of whoever wrote it. So anyway, this is good. I'm just thinking out loud.
I'm glad you are, because it helps us.
Also, that's my birthday. Anyway, I knew that.
Let me go ahead and create the profile. And no matches. It's created, but Elaine has also mentioned that we should add a sticker. So let me come back to the page, and I'm going to put this one, Elaine, for right now, because he did die. We're gonna assume that even though it was the day after, that he was still a victim.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and the cool thing about the sticker text, we haven't really messed with it a whole lot yet, but you can also, you put a pipe after victim and write text equals, and then you can write whatever you want. So like one of our Yoke is working on the Putnam raid, which was, I won't explain it as well as she would. A bunch of Dutchmen were picked up in the city of Putnam in reprisal for one of the Dutch resistor crap. Anyway, she puts a special text, deported deported because as a reprisal of a. Anyway, I'm
just putting something here just to show you guys.
Equals something. I'm so sorry.
No, that's right. I think I got this right though. Equals.
Oh yeah, no. You have to put text equals before it turns it. But my point is, if we standardize usage for some of the text, then we can use it in search, WikiTree plus search, as opposed to a category. But we haven't done much with that yet because that's more complicated stuff. And oh yeah, Azure's right. You can add Italian roots sticker.
Azure is
why do you link? So why sometimes do you link the people after you create it, just so you don't have to copy paste the name?
Truly, the reason why I do it is partly that, but I have 3 monitors, so I like seeing the daughter, or for example, and then the dad. And then I like looking at the locations to see if I've got everything kind of right, not eyeball it. But if I don't have all the stickers or something, I will go and grab them off my left monitor profile to my right monitor. And I don't know, there is just something really gratifying about connecting a parent to a child and seeing it. So that, and especially with this project, it just really, I like to make the one profile really, really nice, then come over and finish the relatives profile, make sure that they match with whatever they can. They're basically locations and family members, and then I will connect them. So it's just something weird that I do because I like to see.
Yeah, that's cool. I was wondering. It helps to have a lot of monitors. I need to measure this thing. It's small, like 7 by 12. I'm lucky to have and internet access. I'm very grateful for that.
It's fantastic. Thanks, Azure, for mentioning that, because there is the Holocaust that he died in the persecution of the Holocaust, and then also the Italian roots, which points out again where we started at, that a lot of us might think that it's only German Jews or Polish Jews, but no, it's.
And then you can also add, I usually add Jewish roots as a category and not the sticker, but either one is totally fine. Yeah, I just start typing Jewish roots and then try not to click the wrong. Oh, you have to start typing the R, R-O, that should get it. And I try not to click the wrong one. Sometimes I do. Oh, sorry, helicopter. I'm in I can't find the military town. At least it's not graduation day. That's when all the planes are out. What was I going to say? Jewish roots thing. Oh, yeah. If you add the Jewish roots sticker, it automatically adds the category. I kind of do both, usually just the category. And oh, yeah, for people in Italy, you can be pretty sure that they were Jewish, regardless of name. And his name's Isaac. That's a hint. But oh, and the source, Jewish Life and Earth. But anyway, some locations you might be more careful, like Poland, about adding Jewish root sticker. Although 3 million Polish Jews died, there were also a lot of non-Jewish Poles at Auschwitz, especially at the, if you look at the 𝐟𝐫𝐸𝐿, the Auschwitz death book, it names the religion of all the people, or at least what the recorder stated the religion was.
And I should know this, but this is a great example of what not to do. So you see I type Jewish roots. You do need the word sticker, because if you do not add the word sticker, you're adding a project box. And we do not want a project box on this Elaine goes and curates the ones.
I try.
I throw her a bunch of them and say, please. So you'll see the difference real quick. We want to put Jewish root sticker just like we did Italian root sticker. And that's the way the profile should look. Let's go ahead and save it. And here we go. And it has whatever information that we picked up off of that Italian source repository.
And we did, yeah, if anyone's particularly interested in Italy, we did start adding transport categories. So I had only been really familiar with the French ones, but like convoys, so like convoy number 1 through 77, I think. And the reason the category helps is because it can sometimes help for the transports, is it can sometimes help differentiate people. Like if David Stein was on transport 20, but then had a similar birthday to one on transport 21, you could be pretty sure that they were totally different people. And there are sometimes records for both leaving and arriving. So that helps. And we haven't done any for Italy yet, but that's just a random note. Well, thank you, Sven, for doing amazing work on every profile you touch. I can't thank you enough.
Swen can confirm for us. Swen, this is a lot of your handiwork, I think, that you started this. So as you're working on some locations, which is important because we know the end location, but we might need to look at some of the beginning locations as well, or just get a feel for the different camps that you're looking at in locations. This is just the Auschwitz initiative.
What? Oh, sure.
But the Holocaust Project as a whole is still a lot of work to be done there too. And this page is really fantastic for that in general.
And it is primarily covering death or imprisonment locations, not all the locations, which I sometimes ping the Germany project to ask for random other non-concentration camp locations, because I just struggle with the regions. I've got several maps. I've got my paper map 1940. I've got my paper map 2020, and I do my best, but it's hard.
And this map is
yeah, so 2 of those maps on there, if I were better at graphic design, I really want to overlay 2 of them. That one, and then the one there's one with less dots that gives just some more border changes, and I would like to overlay it on a modern map. That would really help.
Not sure if it's on this
Yeah,
slide.
no, it's
No.
okay. Yeah, because what I want to overlay is the old maps listed there and a new map from today. That would help me figure things out and bug other European members less if I could figure it out myself.
In thanking the Germany project as well, Flo mentioned that, or excuse me, Swim mentioned that it's been a team effort, and I know that the Germany project did at the beginning of this go in and start looking at categories, location categories specifically, to make sure that we're accurate for genealogy purposes. So thank you to the team effort of the Germany project. Okay, Lee, what would you like to show next? I've got one other thing I can show, but do you have anything?
No, let's just do the one other thing.
Okay.
The other thing I
I have not done this, and I will tell you that Flo did send this to me earlier today, and this is a Wikipedia. So sometimes you have the information in the source repositories that you can add, but then you can enrich the profile by adding more information. So this is a lady that did die in the Holocaust, and she has her Wikipedia page. Now I have not done this yet, so I'm fingers crossed here. So if I come up to B again, and look at that, it creates the source for me. I can do the same thing if I want inline. I'm just going to click this F, or this RF. If I want table, if I don't want table, it's just going to give me that. I'm going to pick table just because there's a little bit more detail to it. And I'm going to create an unrelated person. Ideally, I think I would create from one of the source repositories that we showed you in the video that Elaine has gone out and curated and looked at. But if not, if you create from Wikipedia, then definitely go out to see if you can find more sources on her from those. And this is a great example. So we mentioned my places. I have no idea what this is. I know it doesn't match the information in the notes that Elaine's given us.
Well, so KZ, you'll often see KZ or KL, and that's for, I'm not going to say it right, I'll say it in English, Konzentrationslager, labor camp, or what's the other one? Oh, they are the same thing. You pick the Z or pick the L, and it means the same thing. Yeah, it means concentration camp.
But if
it's about 8 syllables. A lot of people know what it means, but you should use the other one.
You should use the other one. So, and because I already have used it with B's, my places, again, this is a B, not a WBE option. This is a B option. I'm just going to come down here and say, I think I already saved this. Look, I did. So I was going to come down here, pick it, and there I go.
Yeah, the abbreviation picks the Z in the 4th letter, or like the L at the end. Yeah, anyway.
And then Elaine, what is the category again?
Oh, if you start, I wonder if you start typing BIRK space VI, it's just Auschwitz-Birkenau is the category. Now space VI. I would just want to test this out because
BIRK.
Now do space and VI and see if it'll come up. Yes.
And there you go. And again, this is so cool because you can add categories before you create the profile. How many of us have wanted to do that as we go along?
And do you have that bookmarklet that Flo made that will help with the birth location, or it might help with the birth location?
I don't know if I do.
Okay. I guess, yeah, fix it later. Oh, yeah, put in German. See what? Yeah, I know a lot of the family search drop down is not so good for German because it always puts Deutschland and not Deutschreich. Still saying it wrong.
And
or the Russian Empire.
7.
Oh, so, no, go under Louisiana. That'll be close enough. Yeah, that looks right.
Wait.
Yeah, Mannheim.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
When you said Louisiana, I was like, wait. I got it.
Flo says the last one. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. And again, this triggered, this might not, for those of you that are English speaking and you see that it doesn't say the word Germany in there, that's because, again, I selected the language to be German instead of English because this person was German. Not because I want to learn German or I know German, it's because of the person that we're profiling. And the source is already there because we carried it over, so I'm going to just continue. And then create the profile. And I can come down here and also add some additional information. I have the category. I don't think I saved the category though. So let me come back and get it. I should have saved it in my clipboard. And there's the category. And then as Elaine said, add Jewish roots sticker. And then, as Azure said, with the Italian, I could also add German roots sticker. And there are a lot of different things that we could do here. We could come back and read her profile, see what she was. So I can see that she has all her occupations here. It talks a little bit about what she did. She's a theater actor. She's a cabaret artist. I can add these categories as well. You could even, and I'm glad this is here, Elaine, because this is something that I think you pointed out to me early on. If you wanted to add her photo, when you click on it, if there is a copyright issue, it will tell you, and then you can move on. But if there's not, you could download the photo here and just copy the source. I'm not going to do that for this one, but the reason why I think this is important is especially the Italian database, and a few, I think, on YAD have photos of the victims. Oh, so I think you muted yourself.
So sorry. Oh yeah, you were talking about Yad Vashem photos. Yeah, we're not adding them because they're family photos, and the copyright is not clear. We'd have to specifically ask Yad Vashem, which I'm not going to do right now. Y'all can individually ask if you want, but I'm not asking them right now.
And Flo just said no. Okay, we don't do for people who remained in Germany. I do have a question about that too. Okay, so there we go. And we have the profile created. And since we're here, even though this has some information here, I think that you really should go out to one of the source repositories if you want to use YAD, if you want to use the U.S. Holocaust, and go and find more information, because there's much more details about this person on those databases than just Wikipedia.
Or also, Flo made the BEE work on a couple different German websites that are on the Auschwitz G2G post and the regular Auschwitz 2025 page. So you can look there too. They're like Family Data Bank, something like that. There are two different ones.
And those are going to be on that main initiative page?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I use Arrowson Archives a lot. I don't know if I have the link on there. Yeah, if y'all see stuff, y'all in the project, if y'all see stuff that I'm missing or doing wrong, like just fix it. All the pages are open. I forget things.
So this was pretty quick to do. This was easy to do. I know no German. I know no Italian, but I was able to add 2 profiles, and I promise you it will go much quicker than I did on my computer system. So I want to encourage everybody to give it a try and go to the main post, which is down in the description below. And I'll also post it, and reach out to Elaine. I can tell you that I bug Elaine all hours of the night and day, and she answers when she sees it. So I really appreciate it.
I do not have those push notifications on Discord. Like, I open it several times a day. I do not get text messages on my phone. So I don't get, I know someone else is like, oh, I got woken up in the middle of the night with something. I'm like, why do you have it
on it? No,
I didn't get this.
I just linked it as well. And all the information is here about how to get started, but also, which was really fantastic, somebody in my project, which is also Elaine's project, that 𝐟𝐫𝐨𝐧𝐭 project, mentioned that they would like to get started on this, but they weren't quite sure where to get started at. And they were talking about it in our project Discord, and Elaine popped in and gave fantastic starting point for this person. Sometimes that's all you need, right? Just a starting point.
Yeah. And I'm also, I don't really want to organize things more or whatever, but I also wonder if some people feel better if there's a goalposts along the way, like have everyone added from this town or that town. So Mark is doing that with Greece, and he's working town by town, and I'm kind of I'm linking some families going along. I'm more of a natural editor than a natural creator, so I like going and editing the things. I'm better at it. Oh yeah, it will. We've checked off a couple locations, like 6 people born in Luxembourg. We've done that, but I don't know how or if we want to do like Poland. Well, that's 3 million for the entire Holocaust, not Auschwitz. Anyway, just something to consider if people want different goalposts or goals, or instead of just one giant thing. But anyway, I've mostly been working in the Netherlands because it's pretty easy.
And if you have a question, or if you really want a place to start, and let's say that you want a particular location or a particular country, anything like that, Elaine is your go-to expert. She can help you and get you started. And
I will help. I'm not an expert on anything. I am happy to help. Yes. And I ask other people who might be experts to help get the answer. Yeah. Okay.
And then are there any other questions that we have? If you can't think of them now, then definitely, reach out. Let us know. There is a great page that Elaine has started on G2G. You can just ask questions. If you want to become a member of the Holocaust Project, Elaine is very active on the Google group and sends out emails asking for opinions, advice, and keeping everybody informed. We actually hope to have a really nice surprise for you, maybe next month, for the program. So we won't tell you what it is, just in case it doesn't work out. But it would be one of those do not miss moments if we can get it worked out. If
Yeah,
not,
no, I don't know that we can. I tried, or I'm working on it, but yeah. Anyway.
We'll see. And if you have a particular project that you're working on with this initiative, how about get in contact with Elaine and come and join us next month and tell us specifically what you're working on. Like you said, I know that Mark is working on Greece, and it might be handy to see what a different location is working on. And I love that Azure's working on Jehovah's Witnesses. So you know how we talk about how everybody thinks this is solely Jewish members. There were other groups that were persecuted as well.
I was going to say one more thing, but I forgot what it was. Oh, never mind. Okay.
And I guess that's a wrap then for this month. And we'll see you guys next month with an update. So Elaine, the number right now is sitting at
like 9,400-ish. And there are about 1,000 people who have Auschwitz or something similar in the death location, but don't have the category. And I've been working on those. I thought I'd be able to do them quickly. Of course not, because some of them require research. So anyway.
Well, we're
so
at
we'll have 10,000 soon.
92.95. Do you want to give us a goal?
No.
No. I'll give you guys a goal. Let's say
you give one.
That after the thon, you won't see another live cast before the thon. It will be after the thon. It is coming up in July.
Oh yeah, and y'all are so there are no points or challenge or whatever for this for this
no
initiative.
Just,
you can go open the category and see what's in there if you feel like it. But if you do want to add Holocaust profiles for the thon, like go right ahead. Don't feel bad about it. These people need to be added. If you are adding it during a weekend when you're super busy adding profiles, go right ahead. I don't think it's disrespectful or anything in any way. It's good to have profiles for every victim there. So yeah.
because hopefully
I don't know how many I'll do during then. I've got some like a Chicago thing I might do. I don't know. But I'm sure I'll do some.
So if we've got 92, 95, then let's say that after the thon, let's do another look, I guess maybe around the is on the 22nd, I think. So let's say the 23rd or something like that. Let's take another look and let's see. Well, we could definitely push this over 10,000.
Oh yeah, that'll happen by like Tuesday.
Yeah. So let's get an aggressive goal and let's see if we can get maybe 14.
Oh yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then 14.
Oh, before the thon spin. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Swen, we're holding you to that. Swen, we expect you to let us know in the Google group. Keep us updated on how our progress is doing.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Sandy. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.